So 2410, I put that bill in at the beginning of session, which was in January. Did not hear anything about the bill till last Friday. Last Friday, I was told that they were going to hear it in finance after we talked to different people about trying to run it, and they ran it. People were in favor of it. People were wanting to do it. And what the bill does is there's what's called alternate jet fuel. Right now, jet fuel pulls a lot of carbon in the air, and this alternative jet fuel will be a lot cleaner than the regular jet fuel. So there's a tax preference in the bill that lets a company called 12 in Moses Lake, where we live, to make that jet fuel. But as is in Olympia, the bill didn't get a vote. So the bill's almost dead, but still alive. We could still bring it back if the leaders of in the House would want to bring that bill back. So there's still some negotiations to be had. We'll see what happens. We still have till March 7th in order to see if that bill is alive or not. Well, let me take you back to about 2008. The voters actually voted in what's called the Energy Independence Act. And back then, what that meant is that every utility in the state of Washington had to have 15% renewable energy. So that meant a lot of utilities had to go buy wind and buy solar, which are all renewable types of fuels for utilities and energy. And so what happened is that when another bill came in, which we all know, the cap and trade bill, which is where your gas went up 50%, that bill and the Energy Independence Act conflicted. And because they conflicted, that the utilities had to go and buy what's called allowances or renewable energy credits on top of the allowances. So my language in the bill is to make sure that there's no conflict between the cap and trade and the Energy Independence Act. What that means to us is that's going to save us a lot of money because we don't have to go buy more renewable energy credits. And that means hopefully your rates will go down if this bill passes through. And the great thing, and this is the other part of the bills, is this one went through the House, flying colors, went through the Senate yesterday, and it passed. And so now it's at the governor's office. Now we just have to wait to see if the governor is going to sign it. If it does, then we hope to have some of those rates down. Mayhem. So what that means is there's all these bills that are kind of dead, kind of alive. There's a lot of budget negotiations to be had. So there's going to be a lot of behind closed doors meetings to find out which bills come through, which bills don't, what budgets come through, which budgets don't. And so most of this stuff is done behind closed doors, and we just have a lot of work to do to find out where we're going to end up March 7th. That's the finish line.